I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino can.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me.
Tell 'em.
So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny, Benny Blanco.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chibabi man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
This is the 2KMC, and it's time for you to choose the top play of winter winner. Last week, you voted for your two finalists, but this week, you choose who gets that 500,000 VC. Your first finalist, Dylan Stevens, 12.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for Jokic.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. These two teams using their size to full advantage, Doris. Both teams able to run possessions through their big men up front.
And as you know, Kevin, in today's NBA, not every team has the personnel to enter the ball into the post and run action off of it. One of the things coaches will tell me, Kev, is there may be no more valuable thing at any level of basketball than a big man who's a triple threat, a guy with size who can pass, put it on the deck, or score himself.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Jeremy Lamb out there with Brogdon. And it's Warren in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the 3 slot.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Now here's Murray. And it's Harris off the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Murray after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Murray outside. And Brogdon comes over to help. 6 on the shot clock. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits the jumper in space.
You can't afford to give Murray any room to fire. Just a great scorer who continues to get better.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015, he has gotten better every single year.
Brogdon hits them both. And Doris, you look at Turner's impact. It's definitely at both ends of the floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter, and now all of a sudden he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
Back to Murray. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. Brogdon outside. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear, Greg, that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
For 3, Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. The Pacers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Sabonis.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Off target with his 3. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Millsap finds Barton. Harris inside the line. Here's Millsap. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Brogdon. Plays it up off the glass. Brogdon's got 8.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
passes it to Harris to end the run. Hands it from downtown.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Pass to Barton. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Down low. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Pass to Warren. Turner looking around. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Nuggets trail by 6. And here is Murray. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And it's Brogdon off the drive. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
Goes up the baseline, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
He can't miss.
Nuggets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Harris kicks to Murray. Again, the miss by Murray. Pacers leading by 8. Baseline J on the way, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here is Harris. He has 5. With his first shot attempt. No good that time. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
And that one drops.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
At the top of the key, Millsap, just 5 on the clock. He was all alone on that one. Indiana leading by 10. Tries from 16, and again it's Indiana converting.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
The 10-footer. Murray, good. Murray's got 8.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And the basket is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
There's Brogdon. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So timeout call here, the first for Indiana.
Let him hear it.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harris. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Morris with the bucket.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt. Yeah, great body control, and no one was around on defense to contest.
And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
Substitution for Nuggets. Malik Beasley.
Denver passing it around, and the wide-open shot for Morris. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
From the wing, and again, it's Indiana converting.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Plumlee, the pass to Morris. And it's Beasley in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the paint. The shot's good from Leaf.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
That's tipped. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Leafs got the ball. Here's McConnell. Plumlee with some nice D.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
They get it back. Got a piece of it. Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Isn't it interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their careers.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. And that one is good by Beasley.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
First personal foul.
Pacers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Justin Holiday. That's good from McConnell. The Nuggets trail by 15. Knocked away. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Sabonis.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Now, here is Morris. He has 6. No good from Beasley.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
A shot by McConnell, no good. The Nuggets shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Beasley dishes to Morris. Beasley kicks to Morris. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
There's the pass to Craig. 5 on the clock. Out to Morris for the 3.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Plumlee with the steal. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Holiday attacking. Denver grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Indiana. 15-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Here's Bitadze after the Nuggets pick up 2. It's good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Now, here is Morris. He's covered by McConnell.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Here's Bitadze, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. The Nuggets trail by 15. Morris kicks to Grant. The 3. Rebounded by McDermott. Passes it to Holiday. 4 seconds left, and the layup is up and in. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Pacers leading by 17. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love, like that is the thing I play like 4, 6, 7 years ago. I don't know, like basketball is always in my life. Like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
Basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Syria.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Pacers team out there.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, it's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Plumlee out there with Grant, and it's Craig in at the small forward. And so here's Denver. The Pacers making the shot. Grant surveying the D. Craig, good. Craig's got his first points of the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Holiday, here we go. Here's Leaf. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 19.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Grant. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. But they'll get another chance. Indiana leading by 19. Here's Holiday. Beasley with the rebound.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Morris. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, putting up about 22 points per, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
Here's Murray following the score by Indiana. And the 3 off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Boy, that's confidence right there. T.J. Warren understands when to pull up off the bounce.
Harris outside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Barton, no luck. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And that one, good.
Well, this guy loves to take advantage of mid-range shots. T.J. Warren in his comfort zone there.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And it's Barton that time on the assist by Jokic.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Warren. And he banks in the layup.
T.J. Warren.
Warren's got 6 here in this quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Warren. The finish. And it's Warren with the jam.
T.J. Warren finishes with authority. We'll give you a salute, sir.
For Denver, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Harris passes to Millsap. Here's Barton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Holiday attacking. The shot's good. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8 beyond the arc. Rebounded by Lamb.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Shot's good by Turner.
I'll tell you, the confidence of Miles Turner shooting from just about anywhere, including from deep beyond the arc.
Jokic throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Assist from.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 5 now.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Holiday. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
For Denver, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And Murray, here we go. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. And some changes here for the Pacers. Justin Holiday comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday. Here's Murray, and it's sent back by Turner.
Well, how about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Holiday. And Turner throws it down.
Miles Turner is simply a workhorse. I mean, he keeps plays alive with his length and activity.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Harris. 5 points in the game. And here's Millsap from the arc. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Brogdon. Again, Indiana.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Denver's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Murray against Brogdon. Looking to get it going. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
That's his second.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. He's pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Malcolm.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam?
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
Harris finds Murray. Down low. And Jokic slams it in.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Brogdon. Makes it off the glass. Brogdon's got 6 points in the quarter. Nuggets shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Barton outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Barton passes to Harris. Here's Millsap. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
First free throw is good. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Malik Beasley comes in for Gary Harris. Both free throws good for Millsap.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
They grab their own miss. Leaf shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Paul Millsap picks one up. Pacers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
At the line for 2.
Shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Leaf. Couple teams now, Doris, slumping here in the middle of the season. How can they avoid lengthy cold streaks, the absence of wind?
Yeah, I think this is where veteran leadership can become such an integral part of the success over the course of a long season. This is the point when you start to lose games, you can sort of break apart and splinter, and that is where that veteran leadership in the locker room, just to keep everybody unified, can be so critical.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Now the dish to Plumlee. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Seconds, technical foul.
One shot.
The Nuggets have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Murray.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here is Plumlee. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
The feed now to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Brogdon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brogdon's got 24.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Murray, good.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Brogdon's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Grant. No good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Denver's gone 4-7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Here's Craig, guarded by Holiday. And Plumlee kicks to Craig. Murray for 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
That's good from Holiday on the assist from Brogdon. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. Denver shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Murray dishes to Plumlee. 1:24 left to play here in the half. Nailed from three-point land. Beasley's got 5 now.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Holiday goes in. It's good. Nuggets shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Beasley with a clean look. No good on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 28 points for Malcolm Brogdon. Here's Denver now. Murray right side. Now here's Grant. He's covered closely. He kicks it to Plumlee. Denver passing it around. Murray, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Foul. Malik Beasley.
The Pacers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
At the line for the Pacers, Justin Holiday. 2 shots.
2 shots. Last on the first.
That free throw good from Holiday.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris has checked in. And Indiana with a change here too. McConnell's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
He pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And so it's Malcolm Brogdon making highlights for Indiana. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, two of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy runouts.
A lot to clean up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Malcolm Brogdon led the way in the first half. He ended up with 28 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work on. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Sabonis and Turner up front. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Warren in at the small forward position. And Jokic slams it in.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Shooting. And you feel like Jeremy Lamb has been in the league forever. Mostly known for being a piece in the Harden trade when he left OKC, but Lamb is coming to his own the last few years.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Lamb. And Jeremy Lamb, you feel like, Greg, he could be kind of a late bloomer.
The improvement he's shown the last few seasons has been huge. Much more comfortable as a scorer, and the defense has picked up for him as well.
And Lamb drops them both. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Pass to Jokic. On the wing, Harris. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Harris has got his third basket of the night right there.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Here's Lamb. Hits the front of the rim and out. Denver shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Martin with it. Now defended by Warren. Harris passes to Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 13 points for Jokic.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And that one, good.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Back to Murray. Millsap trying to get open. Murray, good. Murray's got 21 in the game.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Nuggets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Softly drops in the floater. 23 points in the game.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Unloads from 13. Count that one as his 7th bank in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now, here's Sabonis. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. To the inside, and Millsap has it in.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Wing shot on the way, and Warren with the basket on the assist from Lamb. Lamb's got his 3rd assist on the night. There's the double team with Warren. Pass to Jokic. Inside. Here's Barton. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Brogdon, and the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
First team foul. Pacers substitution. Aaron Holiday.
The Nuggets trail by 20. The pass to Jokic. Poke loose. Turner with the steal. Here's Lamb, and slam dunk by Lamb.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the score by Indiana. And he comes up with the deuce. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Holiday, and there are the Pacers with another bucket. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
From the corner, and it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Harris, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now Holiday, he's got 16. Here's Turner, and it's sent back by Jokic. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. A high school at a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And he makes the first. And so Murray nails both of them.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Here's Turner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight. Murray, the pass to Barton. Now, here's Jokic. He's covered by Warren. Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Holiday gets the bucket.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Murray outside. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Millsap slams it in.
Up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. And they pick up 2. Holiday's got 22. The Nuggets trail by 17. Murray kicks to Jokic. Here's Millsap. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
That one goes. Count it. The Nugget shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Outstanding pass on time and on target.
Passes to Jokic. Harris outside. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Substitution here for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Jokic. Torrey Craig comes in for Barton. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Good on the bucket. McConnell's got 7 points in the game.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Holiday goes in, and he banks in the layup. Holiday's got 26 points.
I love that move. With a bigger defender on him, he contorts his body just enough to get that shot off.
Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Indiana. McDermott with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Foul called.
And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Monday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And the first one drops.
I think I like the skill set of Doug McDermott. He's a phenomenal shooter, and he's got tremendous range.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Morris passes to Millsap. To the middle. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Holiday, no one around him. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 17. Here's Grant. A rebound by Bitadze. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Holiday. True on the 14-footer. Holiday's got 13.
Boy, McDermott is so good playing within the confines of the offense. Terrific spreading the basketball around the floor.
Here's Craig. And the layup falls.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Holiday, and the Pacers tack on 2 more. Here's Morris, 12 points for him. Stolen by Holiday. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. In third, the Pacers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Now here's Beasley. He has 5. Pass to Morris. Back to Beasley. There's the triple. The rebound by Holiday.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The shot's good.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Morris kicks to Millsap. And it's Grant in the corner. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Jeremy!
Millsap's got 3 assists now in this one. Timeout called the Pacers.
Indiana calls timeout.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise!
Tempranito en la mañana, morning. Joining, hey, llegamos a la bichi. Los rikichi. Dinero, dinero, me falta wichi. Me siento rey, quedo richi. La nena me salió. Tú no me quieres mi. El traje de baño no es tan caro, es de J.C. Penney. Pero te un titeni. Porque logra como Adeni.
checked in for Paul Millsap. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Aaron Holiday. Here's McConnell. And yes, it's good. McConnell's got 4 points this quarter. The Nuggets trail by 20. And here is Morris. 12 points for him. High arcing shot. The rebound by Turner. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Morris passes to Beasley. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Indiana. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference.
I think for the Pacers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger, and continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor. And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Here's Grant after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose, and the turnover again by Denver.
Indiana ball.
Murray's checked in for Denver.
Nuggets. Jamal Murray.
And so here is Indiana. Here's McConnell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
McConnell. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. 34 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Poked away. Morris kicks to Craig. Pass to Plumlee. And there's the pass to Craig. Just 5 on the clock. To end the cold streak. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Indiana ball.
McConnell with it. Morris is there. Good work there as it goes. McConnell's got 8 points in the quarter.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
And so it's Indiana in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Porter. Monte Morris is out there with Plumlee, and it's Craig in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Morris looking over the floor. Porter finds Hernan Gomez. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Morris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game, but because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor. Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
McConnell, second shot opportunity. Nice shot by McDermott.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Morris outside, and there's the call on Jakar Sampson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Morris outside, and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. McConnell, and it's Denver with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Morris. Tipped away and stolen by McConnell. And the layup's good off the glass. McConnell's got 12 points in just the second half.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Morris, no good.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Sweet little floater. For Indiana, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Bucket is good. McConnell's got 21 in the game. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Now, here's Porter. It's not going to go for him.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the basket is good.
As he looks, don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful break opportunity in the fish. Pretty good.
Craig passes Morris. Inside. Finish off by Hernan Gomez.
Just the simple one-hand flush.
I think he had a 4 inches on his vertical, going with the spike. Here's Simpson, and they cash in away with the quick shot. Around 3 minutes gone on the quarter. Morris kick Plumlee. And a call on the shot sends him to the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say, as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And Morris drops them both. The Pacers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Bitadze and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Pass to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
To the paint. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's McConnell. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Denver ball.
Here's Morris. Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. That's good from Harris. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Sampson, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. So it's Denver now. Here's Morris. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Morris has got assist number 8 now on the night. The Pacers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. McConnell, and again it's Indiana converting. The Nuggets have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter, really getting it done. Now here's Porter. He's covered by McConnell. Got a hand on it.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Bitadze. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
DJ McConnell.
Denver shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Now Morris. Pass to Vanderbilt. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Pacers. Now here is Harris. T right on him. He feeds it to Morris. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Morris has got 10 points here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Timeout called the Pacers. Dwars, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
It's kind of strange being human, yeah. It's living really just a pastime. And I'm crying victim when I'm all alone. Hoping someone calls, but then I don't pick up. I'm still
And so Holiday will bring it up for Indiana. Porter with the steal. Inside, here's Vanderbilt, and he dunks it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. On the wing, Harris. A rebound by Bitadze.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Puts it up from 12, and the basket by Harris. Harris has got 23. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Lets it go from the wing. The shot by Holiday, no good. Vanderbilt the pass to Morris. Outside, Porter jacks up a 3, drills it from outside. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter kicks to Harris. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Leafs got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And Sumner gets it to go.
Assist from Aaron Holt.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Harris. Banked in off the glass. He's got 25.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that one drops for him.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Sumner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Denver calls timeout. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
For our Jordan player of the game, Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. And Denver has possession. The pass to Jokic. Harris outside. The Nuggets with another miss.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Lamb, good.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Millsap in the corner, fires the three. Sabonis grabs the board.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Warren, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Well, I love that T.J. Warren is staying aggressive on the offensive end. Be in attack mode.
Martin left side, puts up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Brogdon. Nice shot from the wing. Brogdon's got 38 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Passes it to Brogdon. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Sabonis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Vanderbilt's checked in. Hernan Gomez comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harris. Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That'll be his second foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. And Denver has possession. Harris outside. Pass to Jokic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Shooting one.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Pass to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
This is a real strength of Domantas Sabonis' game. He has such nice, soft touch.
And Millsap slams it in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pacers.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Malcolm Brogdon.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Murray, and he drops it in from the low post. Murray's got 33 points.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Millsap has the open look. Sabonis grabs the ball.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And the Pacers call time here. They're up by 17. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Both teams will make substitutions. Indiana controlling the game. From the inbound. Rebound by Murray. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And the pass to Vanderbilt. And a missed layup. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Ball stolen. All alone. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.